Hello, everybody. Welcome to our channel. We are back again with our daily show. Right through this India tour of England, we gather at lunchtime to talk about the Test match. And Beyond the Boundary is the name of the show. I've got a power pack panel as always. Dwepen Datta joins us from Chennai, and Gaurav Gupta is joining us from Mumbai. Welcome to the show, gentlemen. That's Gaurav Gupta. He's joined us first, and then Dwepen Datta has joined us. Dwepen, starting off with you, what really happened there in the prelim session? Akash
No,
Deep was having a lot of fun.
see, everything started from post lunch yesterday. So, England lived and died by the sword. It came off in the first session, everyone was giving gali to the Indian bowlers, but I kept saying that the kind of approach that they had taken, there was every chance that they could lose the way. That's exactly what they happened, because the way they play their cricket, it is not that's not the way you play test match cricket on a challenging pitch at that point of time. They lived and died by the sword. Then four dropped catches. You cannot drop four catches with a lead of 20 on the board and the quality of Yashasvi Jaiswal around. So India was let off the hook. And then, of course, Jaiswal, if you are given two lives, he will obviously make hay on the pitch as the sun shone, heavy roller cracked in. If you see the color of the grass from green, it is gone whitish. The life has gone out of the pitch. Again, Akash Deep was dropped, so everything fell into India's lap. England have had atrocious three sessions of cricket. England have played atrocious three sessions of cricket, and India have made the most of it. That is what I would sum it up.
Okay, Gaurav, we'll start off with the subscribers early today. DKC says no room for baseball because there is only jazz ball. DKC also says चार बंदे हो जरा इंट्रोड्यूस करो भाइयों. इंट्रोड्यूस कर दिया मैंने आपको. और डीकेसी आज तो दीप ने इंग्लैंड के बॉलिंग को जलाकर राख कर दिया.
बिल्कुल सही बात है मतलब और यही वही आकाशदीप है जो कि एक टेस्ट मैच में टेलेंडर की तरह आए थे and I was very critical because he got out early. I mean England were really on top that evening and they went on to take our remaining wickets and win the test match the next day. But he's obviously a fighting cricketer and this tour has really seen him come off leaps and bounds. एक टेस्ट मैच उन्होंने अपनी बॉलिंग से जिताया, शानदार बॉलिंग से. और ये टेस्ट मैच हमने देखा जिस तरह से वो बेन डकेट को वो शोल्डर बाज कर रहे थे, नॉट एक्जेक्टली बाज कर रहे थे, sort of उन्होंने मतलब वो जो हाथ जैसे रखा है, it was a bit of a sort of an awkward moment and hasn't gone down too well with the former English players. And I think the matchup, you might have word with him, but he's a fighting cricketer and he's really grown in stature on this tour. And
बाबर अली,
I
इसी पॉइंट पे बाबर अली का कहना है आकाशदीप took it deep.
Bilkul, he has taken it deep, no doubt. And obviously, Yashasvi Jaiswal has been, I thought he was sensational in the last session yesterday with his stroke play. Sparkling stroke play, absolutely. Those drives and those cuts were absolutely fierce. And, he played that jazz ball kind of a game. I think Joe Ben Duckett जिस तरह का game खेलते हैं. He's played that kind of a game and he was due a big innings because he was failing after initially he's starting off in the first test with the 100 and then he got an 87 I think in the second test. उसके बाद में थोड़ा सा वो फुस हो गया था मामला next couple of test matches. Then I mean and a batsman of his caliber is too good to not score big in a big series like this. He was due for a big knock. I mean, remember last time when he played England in a 5 test series in India, he got more than 700 runs. So बहुत बड़े ability के batsman है. He's also going to play in the Duleep Trophy, by the way, after the test series. He's been named there in the squad. But I was so impressed with his stroke play yesterday evening, and I was speaking to his coach Zubin Barucha was telling me that थोड़ा सा बामू देना पड़ा उनको, थोड़ा सा बताना पड़ा कि भाई कहाँ आप mistakes कर रहे हो, where you can improve, and because it's not easy to bat in these conditions. One ball has your name written on it, but he's done well to bounce back from that this thing, and if he wins this, and mostly I've seen when Jaiswal fires, we end up winning the test match.
Yeah, Dwaipan, a few more questions from the subscribers so that I thought that we can keep it interactive as much as possible. DKC says, what should be the right target according to rain in the upcoming day? And Pushpa Vati says, India should bat all day today. And Rahul Ballav says Akash Deep is a way better cricketing asset than the overhyped Babar Azam. I don't know where Babar Azam comes in over here, but
Okay, so I will start with this of till what time India should bat that point. See, India should bat as long as they can. Like if it is the way this match is shaping up, this England bowling attack as it is, it's a very mediocre attack. The life is going out of the pitch. These bowlers are going to struggle against this Indian middle order. So get draw and because this pitch will get easy, the best thing India can do is to drown England in the volume of runs, the way they did in Birmingham. So if it is to bat till an hour after lunch tomorrow, then do that. I do not think there is going to be enough from this England attack to get India out quickly. Yes, of course, there is a chance of the collapse, the way England collapsed yesterday in the second session. But yesterday there was a lot more juice in the pitch, which is not there. And let's make no mistake, Indian batting is better than in the English batting lineup. There is absolutely no man to man, barring Joe Root and Ben Stokes. Every Indian player is miles ahead of this English team. So everything it's just luck that England is still in this alive in this series. They should have been 3-0 in the first three test matches, and a little bit of inexperience on the part of this Indian team. So India should bat as long as they want to. At least their idea should be till lunch tomorrow, so they have two cracks with the new ball if need be, because taking wickets may not be very easy. But then you can bank on Duckett and Crawley, batters like that who are not exact who do not exactly use their brains while batting to throw their wickets away playing silly shots early on.
okay, we've got some more questions, and this is for you, Gaurav. He didn't answer, by the way. Dwaipan didn't answer about this. Akash Deep is a way better cricketing asset than Babar
Akash
Azam.
Deep is a very good cricketer, extremely feisty cricketer. Babar Azam is a I don't know why he has brought that up. He could have compared Shaheen Afridi. I think he's better than Shaheen Afridi. Shaheen Afridi started off being a better cricketer, but Akash Deep at the end of the day will have more volume of wickets and runs than Shaheen Afridi. If they want
Uh,
a comparison like that.
okay, Gaurav, question from Pushpawati. What is this report, sir? It's fake. Jasprit Bumrah skipping Asia Cup test match in home ground. For me, there is no need. Jasprit doesn't really give opportunities to newbies. And Nasir Hussain, not the Nasir Hussain or nor Amir Khan's uncle Nasir Hussain, has commented, भाई मैंने बोला था गिल वेट करेगा तो मजा आएगा. कैसा लगा गिल को? Take it away, Gaurav.
Nah, yeah. See, Jasprit Bumrah, though, I think he's going to play in the Test series against the West Indies. I was today since today morning there have been reports that he's going to miss the Asia Cup and he's going to play in the Test series against West Indies. वो मुझे थोड़ा सा समझा नहीं because I mean Asia Cup में at the end of the day it's a tournament, it's a continental tournament, so you will want to win it. Unless of course there are other issues because of which he doesn't want to play. वेस्ट इंडीज के अगेंस्ट मतलब यू डू रियली थिंक दैट यू नीड अ बुमराह? आई मीन यू आपके तीन स्पिनर ही बहुत होंगे, आपके टर्निंग ट्रैक होंगे, मैच मोस्टली एक दिन एक सेशन में खत्म हो जाएगा अगेंस्ट वेस्ट इंडीज. सो आई मीन बट स्टिल if Bumrah wants to play, and I think first test is in Ahmedabad, so he might be wanting to play there, and since he's fond of Test cricket. But मैं जितना सुन रहा हूँ, I think the board is definitely going to have a word with Bumrah कि भाई आगे how do you go about it? How do you plan to go about it? Because if you can't play 5 Test matches in a 5 Test series, and India is going to play 5 Test matches now onwards against Australia as well, in the 5 Test series. Even Australia, when they're coming next, they're going to play a 5 Test series, right? So if you're not going to last through a 5 Test series, I mean, forget about lasting. You have made up your mind. You're not going to play more than 3. Then there is an issue there, I think. So that needs to be sorted out before we decide on what Bumrah plays from here. You know, And maybe he will be asked to get a clarity around this, like Hardik Pandya has. Hardik is very clear; his body can't sustain the rigors of Test cricket, so he plays white ball cricket. So that's the first part.
Hardik
And the
is clear
second
or
question I
sources
forgot.
close? No, is Hardik clear or sources close to Hardik are clear?
No, no, no. Hardik is very clear. Hardik is very clear. I had asked him in the press conference when last time India went into the WTC final. I remember. So just before that, one of those IPL pieces, I asked him, and he said, "No, sir, I'm very clear. My body can't at this point in time. It can't sustain the pressures of the sort of the rigors of a Test match. And I'm very clear that very happy with where I am in white ball cricket, and that's how it will be unless things change in the future. वो नहीं होने वाला है. He knows that with the amount of surgeries and stuff that his body has gone through, being the precious the all-rounder that he is, he's going to stick to white ball cricket. But then with Bumrah, the thing is Jasprit Bumrah loves Test cricket. He's very passionate about Test cricket, and his record is tremendous. Very few bowlers in international cricket, in fact, nobody has this kind of record. Not even a Joel Garner or a Wasim Akram. So, वो भी एक factor है. You cannot just suddenly sort of ask him to sit out. And I mean, in 90s में भी mostly we used to play 3 Test series only. तो अगर वो 90s में होते तो वो सब टेस्ट मैच खेलते एक सीरीज के. ये तो अभी रीस्टार्ट हुआ है दिस होल बिजनेस ऑफ प्लेइंग 5 Test सीरीज अगेंस्ट इंग्लैंड ऑस्ट्रेलिया एंड ऑल. So that is where it is. Second question I forgot. Second question क्या था exactly? जो
Second
there was a
question
Nasir
was
Hussain या किसी का head question.
yeah, मतलब wait कराया था. That was a comment. Anything else?
तो गिल को वेट कराया, right? गिल को वेट कराया. For what?
No, to come out to bat. उसको wait Akash Deep.
Oh, to come out to bat. वो तो wait. But Gill must be quite eager to bat because of the amount of runs that he's got in this series already. This series has been absolutely like जैसे आकाश के तो कहीं किसी लेवल पे हुआ, but I think Gill has been the biggest winner of this series. And if India go on to win this Test match, especially, scoring more than 700 runs in this series, when there were huge doubts about him as an overseas Test batter, and captaining India to 2-2 if that happens, is going to be in his debut as the captain, is going to be absolutely phenomenal. And I think Shubman Gill is here. That era is here to stay, and there'll be a strong pressure from all sides to retain him as to also now make him the ODI captain, if not the T20 captain. At least the ODI captain वो चलेगा बहुत जोर से, because that thing, because he's really proved himself in this format as a both as a at least as a batsman. And is kind of this kind of an overseas performance sees a batsman seal his place in the team for good for quite a while. So and on kudos to him, he has been absolutely brilliant. He has been great to watch, and he's converted. I mean, hardly. I think he run out. This was the only time when he went past 20 and he could not convert it to 100. Right, in this series, all his other scores, he scored big hundreds, daddy
Yeah.
hundreds.
Yeah, talking about Daddy Hundreds, Japan, there are questions for you. DD sir, Arvind Atreya says, DD sir, we could have won 5-0 had we played sensibly 10 minutes before and after sessions. Rahul Ballav says, Sai Sudarshan's technical flaws are wide open. Clearly, the number 3 spot isn't made for him. And direct hit as a question. This is some fight back. This team will only grow. Wishing the best for India in Test cricket. Also, Bumrah क्यों चाहिए versus West Indies?
Okay, which one should I answer first?
The first one, the final.
5-0. No, 5-0. I do not think it could have been 5-0, but it could have been. It should have been 3-2 in favor of India. Like the way, if we break up this Test match into sessions, we will see that India has had have won more sessions. They have been more clinical. Like they have not been more clinical. They have not finished games off in the first half of the series. India's actual India India started playing clutch cricket from the third session of the fourth day. That is of the fourth test. Of the fourth test. That is where they have started playing clutch cricket. They are winning the clutch moments, and that is why they are about to square this series. So that is 5-0 is not a correct reflection. A 3-2 definitely, or at least maybe two. I don't know. I think 2-2 is the best result. I think the way this series has gone, 2-2 is a great result, because Old Trafford, England could easily have won had they not dropped those catches. Especially the Jadeja drop by Joe Root just before lunch was crucial. Had he not
Yeah.
dropped the catch, India might have lost that test match.
What
So
about Sai Sudarshan's technique at number three?
Sai Sudarshan's technique, I don't think he's right. Sai Sudarshan is playing pretty well. He has the the runs that he has scored are hard runs, tough runs. The first inning 60, the no, no, in the last game he scored a 60, or I'm just forgetting when, who is scoring what when, because there are so many games. But he has looked the part. He has looked the part, and there is no way he is going to be changed. He will be the number three when West Indies comes to India. So there's no point discussing it. He has the technique. He has soft hands. He can change gears. He has different. He has, he's a very ardent cricketer, and that shows. So he will be India's long-term number three unless there is an injury going forward. He will be India's number three when West Indies comes. No doubt
Do
about
you?
it.
And what about the question about why do you need Bumrah against West Indies?
Uh, we may not need Bumrah against West Indies, maybe for one test against West Indies and two against South Africa. What I think is that India will be slightly wary of playing on rank Turner. See, India lost the way they did to New Zealand because they made those lottery pitches where the quality of spinners got negated, your quality of cricketers got negated. It was just a matter of like running through. Santner looked a deadly bowler. Santner isn't that deadly a bowler. Your strong suit is spin, so give them the pitches that we played on against England the series before. We should go back to pitches like that. Those pitches are the kind of pitches that we should play on. And if we are playing on such pitches, if you remember, Chandresh, we needed Jasprit Bumrah to break England at certain crucial moments in that series. So I will see this as a block of four test matches: two against West Indies and two against New Zealand, or two against South Africa. And of those four, Bumrah should play three at least. Bumrah should play three. He can. He will. It may not play the second test against West Indies. Play the two against South Africa. Then does not India does not play red ball cricket for a while, and then India plays against New Zealand, which he should play both the test matches at home against Australia. At home, India Bumrah need not play five out of five test matches. He can very well play three. Even so there is no need, and we will need him in the WTC final. India will, I am quite certain, India will make this WTC final because India will hardly lose a test match from him. So
Yeah.
India will need Bumrah in this cycle. We can look at life beyond Bumrah in the next WTC cycle.
Okay. Some comments and questions. Gaurav, Ujjwal Maurya says, create your own luck. England won key moments. That's why they are ahead in this series. Should has, would has, could has, hindsight. Okay. Pushpa Vati has a question for you, Gaurav. Any white ball series interest against Sri Lanka? Any update? And direct hit as a comment. Too many parathas for English fielder. They eat them, but they left the butter on their fingers.
Okay, I'll start with the first one. A lot of people have been asking me also on X about this thing. This कि हम लोग श्रीलंका जा रहे हैं. Are we going to Sri Lanka? What is the this thing? Our next itinerary. I think next is straight away now Asia Cup. Those in August we are not playing anything. That is what I learned so far. Unless a tri series is planned by the BCCI at the last minute, वो भी एक rumor चल रहा है. But Sri Lanka mostly we are 99.9% we are not going because I think the team is tired. What I was told, the BCCI's feedback on the team. I think Mr. Devajit Saikia met the team at Lords during the third test, and the feedback that he got was the team was a bit tired and players wanted to rest. Now the thing is that I don't know why this tired business be well because they're I mean the T20 team generally, especially and generally the white ball team, there are a lot of other faces. And that would have allowed people like Virat, Rohit, and all to come in and completely fresh set of players to play.
Because
But
I'll just make a point. When the Champions Trophy was on, the T20 squad players were sitting in the stands. That is Abhishek Sharma, Surya Kumar
yeah,
Yadav,
yeah,
Tilak
yeah,
Verma,
absolutely, absolutely.
T20 players.
Yeah. There's a whole set of players who have not played. I don't know. Varun Chakravarti, वगैरह, Kuldeep could have been released to play in. Firstly, I thought the Bangladesh series could have, could have kept the white ball squad in the sort of group of things and playing cricket. And I thought that is the theory that was sold to us by the BCCI. A few years back, that now from now onwards, the two Indian teams are going to play. One is going to play in one format, other is going to play in another format. Abhi suddenly, एकदम से, they have sort of killed that whole policy. तो अगस्त में तो कुछ नहीं हो रहा है, सितंबर एशिया कप, हैंगिंग बाय अ थ्रेड, बट डेफिनेटली एशिया कप है. Maybe with all the outrage and all happening, it could be that India concede their match against Pakistan, decide to do that, like it happened in this WCL case just 1 or 2 days before the clash. But Asia Cup is definitely happening. वो तो हो ही रहा है. तो 7th से शुरू हो जाएगा एशिया कप. Hopefully that is not, the tournament as a whole is not cancelled or called off, considering the given circumstances. But that is the next assignment that we have, and then of obviously the West Indies series. So which is why, because I think the Asia Cup final is on 28th, and the West Indies series is starting on 2nd. इसीलिए ये आज किसी ने एक्स पे उड़ा दिया ये स्टोरी कि जसप्रीत बुमराह जो है वो एशिया कप मिस करेंगे और वो ये खेलेंगे, टेस्ट मैच खेलेंगे अगेंस्ट वेस्ट इंडीज.
Okay.
So that is
Oh,
going to be the thing. Yeah.
okay. Ujwal Moria, Didi, these are questions and comments for you. Ujwal Moria says we won Champions Trophy without Bumrah. We can win Asia Cup without him. Hardik is MVP in limited overs. Pushpawati says, sir, actually as a fan, no need Jasprit in home series really. In that we can give opportunities to next generation of fast bowlers. Let's concentrate on T20 World Cup. Didi, what's your take?
Yes, Bumrah is absolutely not needed in Asia Cup. The kind of opposition that we are playing in Asia Cup, we will win with our third side. So this Asia Cup, we do not need just with Bumrah. So that part is taken care of. Then the second question is what?
About let's consider that's the question. Bumrah only. That
Okay.
we won Champions Trophy without Bumrah. We can
Yeah,
win Asia Cup without him.
yeah, we will win Asia Cup. It will need a massive upset by Pakistan to beat us. Like only team that is like that is a half an opposition is Pakistan. Rest is your Bangladesh, Afghanistan. These are second division teams in today's cricket. This is second tier. This is second tier team. So if the Olympic, I am very keen to see that Olympics if it happens, and if it's India, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, the if, and USA will obviously play because it's a 16. That can be an interesting T20 tournament. Otherwise, these teams, these are just there to fill up numbers. Only Pakistan will probably create a semblance of a, but you see how Pakistan has been playing T20 in any form of cricket of late. So. Uh, Asia Cup, India needs to turn up to win. So it is that, and you are playing all your matches in Dubai, and India is so much ahead of these teams. It doesn't make uh, much of a difference who plays and who doesn't play. Uh,
Okay.
yeah.
Uh, Gigi, question or comment from Arvind Atreyas. Abhimanyu Ishwaran couldn't have done anything worse than Sai Sudarshan. And Pushpawati says Scott, Lyon, Usman, Smith, Josh Hazelwood. These will be last test cycle. They don't have any backup player, especially bowling unit will be aura-less. So he's talking about that Border Gavaskar Trophy that's supposed to happen early 2027 in India. That's a bit too far. But talking about Abhimanyu Ishwaran, his father has made some comments. What do you think about that?
No, well, his father's frustration is justified here. It's completely justified. I mean, I spoke to him today also, I've spoken to him in the past, and I feel very bad for what the kid has gone through. And as a father, I can completely understand the father's frustration, which is reflecting Abhimanyu's frustration. And he keeps talking to Abhimanyu and tries to keep motivating him, sort of to keep going, because it's not easy to sit out of 10 test matches, continuously without being even close to a test berth. आई थॉट द जो सबसे अनलकी था ये 10 टेस्ट मैच में है, उसका केस वो तो बिल्कुल पहले वाले टेस्ट मैच में था, पर्थ में, wherein Mr. Gautam Gambhir chose to go tell Padikkal, Devdutt Padikkal, playing Devdutt Padikkal at number 3, and he did not think कि चलो मैंने ईश्वरन को मैं डेब्यू दे देता हूँ at number 3 and something like that, because I remember that his father had, I think he runs a cricket academy in Dehradun, and he had called all the boys in the morning for sort of to watch the match, and dressed up with Abhimanyu written on their t-shirts and stuff like that. and then in the morning they saw that suddenly that Devdutt Padikkar is playing. So there has been plenty of heartbreak that the Ishwarans have gone through. His statement was so poignant and emotional when he said that, heartbreaking, when he said that I'm counting the years and not the days, when Abhimanyu has not been given a chance. So and obviously those comments are now, a lot of his comments are being misconstrued and misquoted, and he was telling me that he was heard that a lot of the section in the media, beyond the TY interview that he gave, he said, what I've spoken is what has appeared in the on the TY website and in Mumbai Mirror. But beyond that, a lot of misquoting has happened as well, and he was fearing that that could put Abhimanyu in trouble. Let's hope that doesn't happen. But frustration to jayaz hai yaar, bilkul, and I think between him and Sai Sudarshan and a lot of others, I thought he deserved a go ahead first, even if that would have been at number three. But then, I mean, these are the ways of Indian cricket. Previously, also there have been cases of batters scoring plenty of runs in domestic cricket, being part of India squad, but not getting a chance. Abhimanyu Ishwaran has done. I mean, sorry, Sai Sudarshan has done well in the opportunities that he's got. Has also been exposed of a few technical flaws. Ricky Ponting pointed that out beautifully the other day. I think about a few of his issues when it comes to being in the line of the ball and not sort of vision not being completely aligned to the delivery, which only Ponting can do. He's such a technical genius when it comes to these things. I was very clear that Abhimanyu Ishwaran was Sai Sudarshan was an IPL pick, and that is what I asked the chief selector, Ajit Agarkar, in the pre-tour PC, and I maintain that he was an IPL pick, but then he's also the future of Indian cricket, is what I've been hearing for the past couple of years. One fighting half century he did score in one of the tests, and let's hope that he capitalizes on this tour and goes on and fulfills the promise that he has shown.
Okay. Dwepan, a question from Tilkesh. Yesterday's approach by our batters could have proved suicidal, as it got very better to bat in day three. Commentators also said that it will get better on day four, and it has gotten better on day four. And Sri Ram, as a comment, England's Ashes obsession down under has caused them major collapse in fielding bowling lineup for English conditions. I think England management should apologize to James Anderson and bring him back. He's not doing badly in county cricket.
Yeah, no, I haven't followed his numbers in county cricket, so I'm not sure about it. But James Anderson went at a time when probably he himself decided to go. I don't think England pushed him out. He was an absolutely magical bowler. The difference between the Indian and the England teams in 2014, 2018, these series were even in 2021, like because they were constantly on a par because of James Anderson. He's something else. Like do not get a James Anderson every day, and yeah, he was something else. And Stuart Broad also. People forget he has a 610 Test wickets, so it's no mean achievement. So when you have Stuart Broad and James Anderson, and those two bowlers go out, then what is left of the attack is not great. So that is one part of it. And what was the first question? Yesterday's approach, was it suicidal? No. Yesterday when India batted, the conditions were difficult. Uh, Yashasvi Jaiswal scored a half century, but he gave two chances like one slightly difficult, and then the second one an absolute sitter. Dawson, the catch that he has dropped is it's like the sitter. So England's chance was yesterday afternoon. Had they got 4 wickets, had they done what they did to India in that at Lords on day four, then they would have taken control. The moment they were just two down and they did not get Akash Deep out in the first half an hour, the game was over. The game was, as in, they're playing catch up, like, and they don't have the bowling. So England has
Weapon,
a lot of problems. Like England's bowling is, as has been rightly pointed out, it's a very average attack. And about the Ashes obsession, yes, they have the Ashes obsession. They will probably take a 2-2 here. They also know that India is a better side than them. They have not been able to beat India for a very long time. Since 2018, they haven't beaten India in a series. So they will take a 2-2 happily and prepare for the Ashes. Though it looks difficult because the Australian attack is far better than England's.
Uh, on that same point, do you think how much has England missed the skipper Ben Stokes, uh, Chris Wokes getting injured unluckily on the first day, the
Chris
two
Walks, I'll just stay with Ben Stokes. Massive miss on this pitch. Like Ben Stokes' bowling would have been like he was England's best bowler yesterday when the numbers were now Siraj and Ben Stokes have the highest number of wickets, I think. So that itself shows like Ben Stokes has been their best bowler, though he was not supposed to be. Then batting, his presence in the middle, and then his captaincy skills, the way he handles, like, massive miss. Like Ben Stokes, if he understood that the shoulder tear was coming, like because he was constantly holding that shoulder in Old Trafford when he was bowling, I think he could have given himself a break and kept him for this test match. The pitch that they chose to play on the in oval on such a green top, against a green top against India, it's difficult. Because India are man to man better than them, and the attack that is playing, England's attack that is playing, is not better than India's. That is the problem. If they had to give the green top, they should have given it at Birmingham when India was kind of jittery and lost the first test match and not having Bumrah. They have given the green top at a wrong time.
just a counter to your earlier comment about Afghanistan in Asia Cup, Ujjwal Maurya says Afghanistan poses a greater threat to our team than Pakistan.
Could be a threat. Yeah, like Pakistan will probably lose by 55 runs. Afghanistan will lose by 25 runs. Yeah, threat if you insist.
Gigi Sriram says with Bumrah, Siraj, Akash Deep, Krishna, Sundar, if you can't win series against England when England doesn't have their first choice bowling lineup for any test, that's India's ability and India's resilience. What do you have to say there?
Well, yes, this is your golden chance to beat them, and now that Vokes is also injured and not being able to bowl at all, England are down a bowler. Stokes nahi hai. With for their first series in the post Anderson Broad era, you should be able to beat them definitely. I think this is India's series, and I mean, but then again, for India also this will be an incredible drawing the series 2-2, considering that Virat and Rohit have retired, and two of your greats have retired, three of your greats Ashwin has retired. तो उसके बाद इस तरह से ड्रॉ करना इंग्लैंड में, आई थिंक इट विल बी वन ऑफ, आई विल काउंट इट एज वन ऑफ द big achievements of Indian cricket and one of the most successful series for Indian cricket. This has been because nobody gave them a chance, nobody gave this team a chance. So from there to reach this level has been phenomenal, absolutely. And no England team or any team at home, any good test playing nation at home is easy. Let me tell you that. Even if it's depleted, they have the resources. But England का bowling attack जो अपन ने मत किया बहुत weak है. They need to develop backup resources, and they need to discover some fast bowling talent. I think Josh Tongue is impressive. They need to invest in him. Braden Carr is very ordinary. He has the pace, but he needs to improve a lot. I think your Chris Wokes is definitely, he's good. He can move the ball around, but definitely nearing the end of his career, and losing that zip that he has. I think England will really struggle in Australia with this attack. Unless
The
Jofra
post
Archer
line
really comes to the country.
and Mark Wood is also unfit to play this test match
Markwood was
at
targeting the
Covers.
fifth test. Markwood was
Yeah, this
targeting
one,
the
this
fifth test, but that
yeah,
also
yeah.
could not happen. That also could not happen. So that is again, I think Markwood and Archer, you really can't sort of count them in for any series. You just have to hope that they are fit for the odd game. हम लोग बुमराह को इतना गलियाते हैं कि बुमराह ये वो तीन टेस्ट मैच चूज करता है, वो बेचारा कम से कम तीन टेस्ट मैच खेल रहा है. जोफ्रा आर्चर आए 4 साल बाद एक दो टेस्ट मैच खेले और फिर पैक हो गए. मार्क वुड का आता पता नहीं. सो फास्ट बॉलर्स का इंजरीज होता है and fitness concerns hota hai. They have a limited shelf life, limited availability. That's how it is, yeah, the world over. So we should not. I mean, unless you're of course a Pat Cummins or I mean, you cannot compare a Bumrah to a Stark Cummins and a Hazelwood. They are exceptional, absolutely, in terms of how their body is wired, and also a Siraj. You know, but yeah, definitely, I think England are struggling in the fast bowling department.
Dwepan, the post-lunch session is just about to get underway at the Oval. What do you think is the target for India the next two sessions?
Losing as less wickets as possible, and if you do not lose wickets in a clutch, they will get about 250 runs in these two sessions if they do not lose wickets in a heap. Which I do not think Indian batters are as stupid as England's. They will not play the kind of shots that England played yesterday. Of course, two great balls yesterday. We have not spoken at all about Mohammad Siraj. Mohammad Siraj, the balls that he got to Root and Pope were just like incredible. First ball, probably Gill is leg before. Yeah, Gill is out. That's a blow. First ball after lunch, Gill is out.
That's a bad start for India. That's a
Bad
bad
start
start
for
for.
India, but yeah. But then I think India will tide through. Little hiccups will happen here and there, but they will tide
So, so Mr. Gavaskar's 774 record is safe and sound.
through. Yes, if the leg before stands, if the leg before stands,
Oh,
like
He's
I,
appealed
I,
against
I
it.
will be slightly relieved
yeah,
that 774 stays.
yeah. So let's hope the post-lunch session and the rest of the day goes India's way. All you need to do is to, as always, like, share, subscribe, and comment because we are seen through the screen all through this India tour. We've been taking your questions, comments, and suggestions and taking it to our guests. That's it for today. Please keep joining us right here on TY Digital. Gentlemen, Dwepan, Gigi, thanks a lot for joining us today as ever. We'll be back with day four lunchtime show tomorrow. All of you, just take very good care of yourselves. It's goodbye and God bless from all three of us and the back end team. Goodbye.